Hello, welcome to the Marvelously Morbid Podcast. I'm Sylvia.
And I'm Matissa.
And I'm going to sing every intro from now on.
You could. We don't worry about getting any music ever. You could just sing the intro.
Oh, speaking of intro music, what do you guys like to hear? We don't really know what to do for intro music, but we've had a couple people suggest different things, but we're not musical. Someone suggested that we use GarageBand, but I don't even know how to use GarageBand.
I don't either.
That's probably not going to happen. But if you have any suggestions of what you think would sound good as intro music or anything like that.
Or if you really do just want Sylvia to sing it in like a different way
if you just want me to sing it in a different way every time, we'll do it.
We can do it.
Yeah. If you want the dogs to bark the intro.
Can't we?
I wish. They only bark at the most inopportune times, though. They're not going to do it when we want them
Not
to.
on demand.
No, not on demand. Ugh.
We can play the harmonica for Margot, and she'll howl. She sings.
Oh, nice.
We could do that.
Okay, who plays the harmonica? Do you play the harmonica?
Not. Can't anyone play it? I can blow on it.
We could just play a YouTube video of someone playing harmonica and Margot howling.
Yeah.
That's our intro.
That would be so sweet.
That would be so... Oh, that would be. So, guys, we're thinking about going on a road trip, and we don't really know where to go. Let us know what your favorite place to go is. Like, where you like to vacation, or if you've just been, like, hiking anywhere fun, or... Let us know. Because I don't really know where we can go. Like, my favorite place is to go... You like to hike. You like outdoorsy places.
Right, I think we're kind of on the
opposite
spectrum. So, yeah.
Yeah, if you know any place that's, like, kind of hip and cool and has a neat little city life as well as hiking or anything like that, let us know. Like, my favorite places are just... Usually we go to Destin every year. Destin, Florida, for those who don't know. It's nice, but it's, it's beachy and it's kind of far away. We're not going to drive that far.
Or are we? I will.
I mean, I will really too.
I want to drive out to Colorado, right now. And I've done it before, so I will do it again.
Yeah, Matissa's actually gone out to Colorado alone. You took, like, an alone vacation, which is such an adult, like, in my mind, brave thing to do, because I'm afraid of everything. So.
No, I love the mountains. I love hiking. See, the beach is pretty, but I can't. It's a struggle for me to, like, lie on a beach for days like that. No. Yeah. I just can't do it.
You like more...
I like to be active. I like to move around. I like to go to different places, like, each day, and then just hit up a bunch of places.
Hit them up.
Hit them up again. We're
going to do that every episode.
Sylvia, we heard that on Broad City.
Yeah, we've been obsessed with Broad City. It's just so funny. And everyone we meet, I feel like we're like, let's watch Broad City. Because Matissa's been telling me to for at least a year, probably.
Finally got around to it.
And I finally got around to it. But everyone can attest, my mom can attest to this too. If someone tells me to watch something, I'm going to watch it eventually. I'll get around to it. But I'm probably not going to do it super close to the time they told me that. I don't know why I'm this way. Why am I like
what
this?
What is wrong with me?
Like, I just like to shit on everything other people like. No, that's not true. I have problems with authority.
Yep,
if I'm told something, I can't do it. We both have problems with authority.
We've been told our therapist, not our.
Yeah, our therapist.
Our individual therapist.
Tell us that. But, speaking of TV shows, Santa Clarita died. We've both been watching that. Matissa powered through and finished the entire thing.
I don't know, just a couple of days.
Yeah, but I'm taking my time. I'm on season 2, episode, I think 8. But if you haven't watched that show, sorry, I'm parched. If you haven't watched that show, it's so funny. Like, they have Drew Barrymore and Timothy Oliphant. I hope that's how you pronounce his last name. I don't know. They have such good chemistry. They crack me
They're hilarious
up. And it's just so effortless. And then their daughter is like, she's so dry and just whatever. It's just so funny. And if you don't know what it's about, like, Drew Barrymore is a zombie, basically.
Yeah.
But not a mindless Walking Dead zombie. I mean, she she has her wits about her. And it's freaking hilarious. You have to watch it. It's on Netflix. This is not an ad.
No.
I wish this were an ad. No, this is not an ad. We just really enjoy watching Netflix. And it's just, I don't know, it's so funny. But anyway, watch it. Seriously, watch it. And, what else is something that I've been enjoying? I watched the movie 50-50 the other day.
Is it like in theaters or on Netflix or what?
No, it was on, what did I watch it on? I don't know. It was either on like Hulu or Prime or Netflix. Those are the only three things I have. But it has Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Mm-hmm. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt finds out that he has cancer, like some kind of back cancer or something like that. And then it's just his like trials and tribulations, and just he has a therapist, and she's a really cute girl, and Seth Rogen's like this supportive friend who doesn't really know what to do, and a lot of comedy ensues, but then a lot of heartfelt, like heartwarming stuff ensues. It's really, really good. And I'm not going to give away the end or anything like that, but it's not a depressing movie at all. It's uplifting.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched that, it's really good. I'm on a big Seth Rogen movie kick right now. It's like Seth Rogen and what's his name? Not Paul Rudd. Yeah. Like, yeah, I've watched that movie. I watched I Love You, Man. I'm just on a big comedy movie kick right now. I don't know. What's your favorite comedy movies? Let us know. Let us know, listeners.
I watched 2 scary movies last night when I was alone, because that's what I do.
What'd you watch?
What's the first one? Six Souls.
Is that
I
on
think
Netflix?
It's called that. Yeah, it has Julianne Moore and
ooh, I love
Jonathan
her.
Rhys-Meyers.
Oh,
is that his name?
God, I love him too.
Yeah, that was interesting. And then
he's
It Follows. I finally watched that. I know everyone, it was out several years ago, and everyone said it was good. And I'd never seen it, so I watched it. It was good. I liked it.
You liked it? Mm-hmm. That movie, it was just like ominous or something. It was just so creepy. Like, and then you would look in the background, it's like, oh God, oh God. Look behind you. Yeah. Look behind you, look behind you. Yeah, that movie was awesome, I thought. It was just really suspenseful, I guess. But there's some good recommendations for you guys. And speaking of scary movies, I'm not talking about a scary movie, but I am talking about a scary situation. I'm going to get my papers over here, my notes. I do have notes. But yeah, I've seen several YouTube videos. I'm sorry, I just touched the table.
She keeps touching everything.
I keep touching everything. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I'm like, what else can I do to make horrible noises? Anyway, I'm going to be talking about the disappearance of Kris Kremers and Lisanne Froon. And from this point on, I'm just going to be doing first names. Kris and Lisanne. But they were 2 Dutch students who disappeared on April 1st. So today we're recording. It's the first week of April, so good time to record this. But they disappeared on April 1st of 2014 while hiking in Panama.
Oh, of course they were hiking.
Yeah, they were. That's why I don't.
We were just talking about my love of hiking.
Yeah, I don't do anything active.
Because I have had some. I don't think I'll ever camp alone. I used to camp alone a lot.
Yeah,
in different states.
Oh, that's
and
just so scary.
I've had some unfortunate experiences, so I don't think I would. No. I don't think I could do it again.
Well, not after this story.
And then it got to the point where I was like, I'll just drink a little bit, so I'll just pass out. Then, like Matilda said, the last time I camped, I did that. I was kind of freaked out. And I was camping by like a river bank, and I'm like, I'm just gonna drink this, and I will go to sleep. And like, what if someone comes to murder me, and I'm drunk, and I can't defend myself?
Oh my God! So, okay, well, there's a river bank in this story too.
Crap. Okay, I'm just not gonna camp alone ever again.
Never.
If anyone wants to camp with me, well, don't say. I mean,
if anyone wants to camp with her, just please send us a message. Don't stalk her. And if anybody wants to camp with me, you're not going to want to camp with me because I'm a bad camper. But anyway, so Kris and Lisanne were Dutch students who disappeared on April 1st, 2014. They were hiking in Panama. Lisanne was described as intelligent, optimistic, and she was an athlete. She played volleyball. She was very fit and in shape. Kris was creative, and people said that she was an open and giving person. She was very responsible. She didn't do anything on a whim. And so these girls had both just finished college. They lived together. They worked together at a cafe. They saved up money for 6 months to go on the Panama trip. And
did you already tell me where they were from? Did I miss that?
oh, they were Dutch.
You did say that. Okay,
Yes.
now see, I'm not even paying attention. I am paying attention. I'm just, I'm sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, the trip was supposed to be like a graduation celebration, as well as a chance for them to learn Spanish, and they also wanted to volunteer with children.
Aww.
Yeah, so they saved up their hard-earned money and went to Panama.
To die.
To die.
I shouldn't have said that.
Maybe. We don't know. They do die. Spoiler
Yeah, you
alert,
said
they
was. You were
definitely
saying
do. Yeah.
was, da-da-da-da. So you're telling me they're dead.
Yes, I'm telling you they're dead. I'm just a horrible storyteller.
No.
Just kidding. So the two arrived in Panama on March 15th of that year. And for the next 2 weeks, they toured around Panama and just had fun, saw what anybody else would do if they went to another country. And then they eventually settled in with a local family who was, I guess, sponsoring them or hosting them in Panama, and wanted to start their volunteering. So on April 1st, they left their host's house with their host's dog. I believe his name was Blue. He's not that relevant to the story, but they love dogs. So they left their host house with their host dog to go hiking. They left at around 11 a.m. and they wanted to tour the forests surrounding the Beru volcano. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, hopefully. But yeah, they put a post on Facebook that said that they just intended to walk around the town of Bouquet, and then they were going to go hike around the volcano. They were seen having brunch with 2 Dutch men before embarking on their hike. And I believe they actually posted about their brunch on Facebook too. I don't really think that's relevant to the story, but that's what they did before they started their hike. So fast forward to that night. So this was at 11 a.m. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I hit a vase. But anyway, so fast forward to that night, and the host's dog came back without the girls. Yeah, so the hosts started to kind of worry when their dog came back and their house guests didn't come back. And also the girls' parents noticed that they hadn't received any texts from them all day, which was very unusual because they were both texting their parents basically all day, every day, just telling them about their trip. And since they were also responsible and not young party girls, this was just very unusual. So this was April 1st. So on April 2nd, the girls missed an appointment with a local guide, which was odd. They'd really been looking forward to going to tour somewhere. I don't know. I didn't look into it. But either way, they missed their appointment. And then the next day, authorities began searches. They began aerial searches, and locals volunteered. They wanted to find these girls who had already been missing for an entire day. And April 6th, which is 5 days after they went missing, I don't know why it took this long, their parents arrived in Panama, and they also conducted an extensive search, as well as locals, authorities. They had everyone involved. The parents offered a $30,000 reward, and still they found nothing. So, fast forward to 10 weeks later. So a little over 2.5 months later, a local woman who was walking along a riverbank found a backpack, and she took it to authorities, and it was determined that the backpack was Lisanne's, so one of the girls. The woman told authorities that she was absolutely sure the backpack hadn't been there the day before, but then, which is weird, but then it was there that morning. So the backpack contained 2 pairs of sunglasses, $83 in cash, Lisanne's passport, a water bottle, Lisanne's camera, 2 bras, and both women's phones. And the backpack was packed neatly. It was packed well. It was all dry. Nothing was bothered. Pretty strange. Mm-hmm. So the police got into the phones and looked at the phone records and everything. The phones showed that they had tried to call 112, which is the emergency number in the Netherlands, and 911, which is the emergency number in Panama, several times. But only one went through and it was cut off. They just did not have enough service. So the first distress call came from Kris's phone at 4:39 p.m. the same day that they disappeared. So they left at 11, they had been gone a little over 5 hours when the first distress call was made. The second came about 15 minutes later from Lisanne's phone. On April 2nd, there was one attempt from Kris's phone and two from Lisanne's. They were turning their phones on and then trying to call 911 and then turning them off. So this continued until April 3rd. Then both phones were turned on and off several times a day to check signal. But they had none, I'm assuming, because they couldn't make any more calls. Lisanne's phone was turned on one final time on April 5th, and then it died. It was low battery and died. Kris's phone was turned on several times between April 6th and April 11th, so that shows that at least one of them was probably alive until April 11th, so 10 days. It was turned on several times. Incorrect PIN numbers were put in every time after April 6th.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It would have died by then, so someone would have had to have gotten the phone and charged it, and then...
Yeah, I mean... this story is so weird. Yeah, like how did this happen? But yeah, every time an incorrect PIN number was put in. But just between April 6th and April 11th, 77 emergency call attempts were made.
Shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many is that? 20 a day? I don't know. It's almost like at first they were just making a couple calls, then turning their phone off, and then, trying to go somewhere a little different and making another. But then between the 6th and the 11th, the calls just started banging out. Someone was trying over and over and over. And also, to add to this, Lisanne's camera contained photos of the girls hiking. And they had wandered into some wilderness before calling 911 for the first time, because the photos showed them and they were hiking in like very dense woods, so it's thought that they went off of one of the trails and maybe got lost.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm sure you're going to tell me more. Yeah. But that was my thought.
But on April 8th, 90 flash photos were taken with the camera between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. 90 photos. And they said that the photos were taken in such quick succession, it was almost like that they were just like bang, 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 like just maybe trying to get light, or maybe trying to signal that they were in danger, or I just don't know. But yeah, 90 flash photos were taken within 3 hours. And the photos showed that they were deep in a jungle and likely in complete darkness.
Oh.
Yeah, so they could have just been trying to get some light to see where they were going. But the photos showed that they were possibly near a river. One showed like twigs and candy wrappers on a rock. I don't know what the significance of that is. One shows toilet paper and a mirror on the rock. So maybe I did read one thing that they were trying to maybe spell out SOS in toilet paper and then maybe cause a reflection with the mirror. I don't know. But one showed the back of Kris's head with what looked to be a wound on her temple. Oh. So, yeah, they're thinking one theory is that maybe Kris fell, because some of the items that they later found were near what's called a monkey bridge, which is like a little swinging rickety ass bridge. So they're thinking that maybe one fell, maybe one died, and the other didn't know her passcode to her phone, and that's why the incorrect PIN was put in so many times. But yeah, the discovery of the backpack led to more searches along the river, and Kris's jean shorts were found folded neatly on a rock near where the backpack was found. So they didn't fall off of her body. I mean, they were taken off and folded neatly, like almost maybe she was wading in the river. I don't know. But months later, a pelvic bone was found, as well as a hiking boot with the foot still in it.
What?
Yeah. And After that, they found over 30 other bones, which were found to be a mixture of the two girls along the riverbank.
What the hell?
Yeah. And that's all they know. And these photos, I'll put up a few of them on Instagram or something. It's just so strange because most of the photos, like some are taken what looks like straight up in the air and some are taken like pointing down. There are just all kinds of weird things going on.
I'll show. They were delirious from, well, they wouldn't be dehydrated if they were by a river, but... I'm showing
Matissa some of the photos now. So this was Kris, and this is Lisanne. And a lot of the photos online, and I will post these, are just of them hiking. They are near streams and everything. And then the photos go to just darkness. And there are the twigs and candy wrappers. It's just really weird. I mean, there are rumors that someone killed them because they said that their bones appeared to be bleached. But if bones were out in the sun long enough in a tropical environment, they would be bleached. Yeah. So I don't believe that. What I think happened is that probably Kris fell, maybe injured herself, maybe even fell off the bridge. Well, clearly she was injured because there was a picture of the back of her head with blood on her temple. So maybe she was injured and couldn't hike much more, or maybe she was injured and that threw off her equilibrium and everything, and then she did fall off the bridge, and then Lisanne was just up there just frantically taking photos and making phone calls. But it's just really strange. And I mean, these girls were athletic and they lived, one of them lived at least 10 days in the wilderness. It's a pretty big bummer. But you can research all about this if you want. I'll post some photos, but it's just you'll never know. And why were there that many photos taken in that quick of succession? Were they, I don't know. There's also a theory that maybe like Kris fell down and some of the photos that were taken straight down is when Lisanne was trying to take pictures of her body to show what happened to her. Because it did rain a lot, and so maybe she thought that the body would get swept away in the rainwater or something. I'm not sure.
So did they take the dog with them hiking?
They took the dog with them hiking.
Like if they were lost, they could have, if it made it back home, couldn't they have just kind of let it lead the way, let it go and follow the dog?
I mean,
but if
yeah,
I don't know.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe the dog ran off before they realized, they were lost. But they realized at least within 5 hours. I mean, they didn't hike very long before they realized it's awful. Yeah, it's really awful. I mean, maybe, one of the girls died and the other girl just jumped off a bridge or something. I don't know. I just really don't know. But it's pretty sad. And what about the backpack? What was it really not there the day before? Was that woman crazy? There are so many unanswered questions around this case, which is kind of why I like it. I mean, I want to say that the easiest answer is probably the right answer. One of them got hurt, and then one of them may have died, and the other one died later.
Who took why would they pack their clothes and stuff perfectly and put them in the backpack?
Yeah, I don't know. And why would they take their bras off and put them in the backpack? I never want
to wear a bra, so I would probably...
Well...
I'm lost, and I'm just not going to wear this. Well, that doesn't make sense. That's not...
No. Tell us if you have any theories. I'm dying
I'm
to
clueless.
Know. I mean, I don't know either. And I've researched this. I don't think anyone knows. So, yeah. But that's the story. And I know a lot of you love missing persons cases and things like that. And so do I. I really do. Like, this almost feels like a missing persons case to me. I mean, it is, but they were only missing for a couple months. But still, it's the unknown. Like, you don't know, and you will never know what happened to these people. It's just creepy. Yeah, but don't go off the trails. Oh, I'm sorry, I just belched right into the microphone.
Your little GPS tracker thing where you can shoot an emergency.
Be careful hiking, and if you see someone hiking alone, maybe just follow them. No, don't follow them. I'm just kidding. But I don't know. Don't hike alone. Don't hike.
Well, don't. But I like hiking alone.
Tell us your opinions, people, on hiking alone. I don't know. I don't hike.
I mean, I know there are times when I absolutely shouldn't have been hiking alone.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be more responsible now.
After
I'm still
going to do it.
But I'm still going to do it. But I'm not going to, like,
yeah.
Some things I've done in the past, I'm not going to do again.
Yeah. I think a lesson can be learned from every story. No, maybe not every story. But, yeah. I don't know. Tell me your theories. Oh, please send us an email, marvelouslymorbid@gmail.com, and let me know your theories, and we'll talk about them on a future episode if we get some good responses. If not, then forget I said that. We'll never talk about it again. But if we get some good responses, we'll definitely talk about them. And, yeah, if you have any morbid stories that you really like and want us to talk about, please send us an email or Facebook message. A lot of people have been sending Facebook messages, and, yeah, we'll get to them. And we're just really excited that, people are enjoying this podcast so much. We couldn't do it without you, and we wouldn't want to do it without you. Then we'd just be talking to ourselves, and we do that all day, every day. But, yeah, donate to us if you want to on Patreon, patreon.com/marvelouslymorbid. Patreon is just a website where you can donate as little as 50 cents to $1 a month. That's nothing. That's $12 a year. But to us, it would mean everything. And if you don't want to donate on Patreon, that's fine. We still love you. Just subscribe. Not as much. You're second class to us. But you're still in our good graces as long as you subscribe, and share our podcast. Rate us on iTunes. It really makes a huge difference what podcasts are seen first on iTunes if you rate us. Thumbs up. Whatever you want to do. Send us good vibes. But do something besides just sending us vibes. Do something physical like rate us.
How do you send a vibe?
I don't know. It's kind of just like boogly boo, and then there's, I don't know.
I'm serious. Like, what is that? You're thinking that positive
I'm just thinking positive thoughts when I send a vibe. I don't send vibes. I mean, I think nice. I think about people. I just usually say, I'm thinking about you.
I'm thinking about you.
I'm thinking about you.
Sorry, I interrupted you, but I was like, what does that really mean?
It means don't send us vibes. Send us likes and shares. we
don't want your vibes.
We don't want your vibes, crazy. We've got enough vibes. But thanks for listening, guys. And we'll see you in a few days. And we're going to try to do better next time. We promise.
Bye.
Bye.